Hello everybody, this is Akanksha Singh and I'll be taking you through the entire series of maths and science. Hey friends, this is Akanksha and we're going to study today square root. So our main focus is going to be how to find out square roots. So let's begin with what is a square, right? Since the square root word has a word called square, which we have already studied, but again, let me do a recap of what is a square. So square of a number. Now, when I say square of a number, it means the number is multiplied by itself to give square of a number. For example, when I say square of 4, now square of 4 is number multiplied. This is the number whose square has to be found out, multiplied by itself. So 4 cross 4 is 60. All of us know that, right? So square of a number is the when the number is multiplied by itself. Similarly, when I say square of 2 is the number is multiplied by itself. So it is 4, right? So how do you represent square? You represent square as the number to the power 2. Similarly, suppose we are supposed to find out square of a 4. So square of a 4 is represented by 4 to the power 2. Similarly, square of 2 is going to be represented by 2 to the power 2. The answer for square of 4 is 16. The answer for square of 2 is 4, right? So this is how you represent square. Similarly, I have taken up an example here, square of a number 5. Now, square of a number 5 is 5 to the power 2. This is how you represent square of 5. And how do you find out square of number 5? 5 multiplied by itself. So, that is 25. Hope you guys understood till here, right? Now, moving ahead to how do you find out square roots, right? Up till now, we have discussed what is a square. So when I say square of 4, it is written as 4 to the power 2. And the answer for square of 4 is 16. Now, when the word root is attached to square, it goes reverse, right? 16, the square root of 16 is going to be 4, right? So square root means that you have to find out the number from where it has come, from where a square root has been generated, right? So square root of a number x is a number y such that y square is actually equal to x, right? So therefore you can say square root of 16, square root of 16 is 4. How do you represent square root? You represent square by this symbol, right? So this is how you write when somebody wants to find out square root of 16, he will represent it like this, right? So square root of 16 is going to be 4. So this is how you represent square root of 16. Similarly, when you want to find out square root of 4, this is how you will write square root of 4, and the answer will be 2 into 2 gives me 4. So square root of 4 is going to be 2, right? So this is how you find out square root. So there are various methods of finding out square root. Up till now, we were discussing small numbers. Finding out square root of small numbers is much more easier. But when the number is in 3 digits or a bigger number in 2 units also, it becomes a little tricky to find out square roots, right? So there are different methods of finding out square root. The first method that we'll be discussing today is repeated subtraction. The second we'll be discussing is prime factorization. And the third one is long division method. Looks like it is going to be very long, but not that long. Once you understand the procedure, it's going to be very easy. So coming to repeated subtraction, the first method that we're going to discuss today is repeated subtraction. Now, what do you mean by repeated subtraction? Now, repeated subtraction, what we're going to do is whatever number we are supposed to find out square root of. For example, we are supposed to find out square root of 10. We are going to subtract the odd natural numbers from that number for which we are going to find out square root. Let me take up an example and explain what I was saying earlier. For example, if I was supposed to find out square root of 16, Let me take up a small number and then move to the bigger examples. So what I will be doing is I will be subtracting the odd natural numbers from 16 to make it 0. So first odd natural number is going to be 1, right? 16 minus 1 is going to give me what? It's going to give me 15, right? Now moving ahead to next thing that I will be subtracting from, remember subtraction will be done from the earlier subtraction value. So subtracted value was 50. Now we'll be subtracting the next odd natural number. So next odd natural number after 1 is 3. So 15 minus 3. 15 minus 3 is going to give me how much? It's going to give me 12. Right. So moving ahead, now 12. 12 minus next odd natural number is going to be 5, right? So 12 minus 5. Now 12 minus 5 is going to give me how much? It's going to give me 7. Next is next odd natural number. Now next odd natural number is going to be which number? It's going to be 7 itself, right? So 7 minus 7 now will give me 0. Right? So this is what we had to do. We had to reach 0 by subtracting odd natural numbers to the original number for which we are supposed to find out square root. We were going to subtract till the number becomes 0. Okay? So the number becomes 0. Now we are going to count the number of steps in which the number became 0. So how many subtractions we had to perform? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 steps. 4 steps, therefore 16 is going to be square root of 4. So the answer for square root of 16 is 4. Right. Okay, so this was a small example. Now I will be taking up a bigger example. Now here we have taken a huge number 100. For 100, we are going to find out square root. Now square root of 100, the first odd natural number is going to be 1. When I subtract 1 from 100, I'm going to get 99. The next odd natural number is 3. When I subtract 99 minus 3, I get 96. The next odd natural number is 5. When I subtract 5 from 96, I get 91. After which, the next odd natural number is 7. When I subtract 7 from 91, I get 84. Next odd natural number is 9. When I subtract 84 minus 9, I get 75. 75 minus 11 is going to give me 64 because this is the next odd natural number. And after 11, 13 is the next odd natural number. And similarly, 15 is the next odd natural number. We'll keep on subtracting until we get a 0. So subtraction will be done till 19. So 19 minus 19 and last number is going to give me 0. This 19 is going to give me 0. We'll be counting the number of steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10. In 10 steps, we got 0. Therefore, the square root of 100 is going to be 10. Right? So this is repeated subtraction. I hope you guys got the concept of finding out repeated square. Let's move ahead to prime factorization. Now, prime factorization means you're going to factorize the prime numbers. So what is prime factorization? Now, prime factorization is when you factorize it into its prime numbers. Let's see, we are supposed to find out the square root of 576. Let's see how we'll be doing it. We'll be finding out the prime factors of 576. The first prime factor for 576 is 2. So 2. When you divide 576 by 2, you get 288. The next prime factor for 288, that is, you are supposed to find out the prime factor from which 288 is going to be divisible. So 288 is still divisible by 2. Therefore, again, we'll be dividing 288 by 2 and getting 144. 144 is again divisible by 2, so 72. 72 is again divisible by 2, so 36. And 36 is again divisible by 2, therefore 18. And 18 is again divisible by 2, so 9. Now, 9 is no more divisible by the prime factor 2. So the next prime factor is 3, right? So 3, 9 is divisible by 3. And after dividing 9 by 3, I get a 3. Again, the number 3 is divisible by 3, and then we get a 1. So this is how you complete the entire procedure of prime factorization. Now, after prime factorizing 576, I'll be pairing up the factors. So 2 cross 2, 2 cross 2, 2 cross 2, and 3 cross 3. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, 3 into 3, right? So this is how we pair wise factorize it. After pairing it up into these terms, we'll then be finding out the factors. How we'll be doing this? The first number 2 will be taken up from this pair. The second number 2 will be taken from the next pair. The third number 2 will be taken from the third pair. And the last fourth term will be taken from the fourth term, which is 3. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 will give me 24. So the prime factorization for 576 is going to be 24. Again, similarly, let's do one more question, 729. Now, prime factorization for 729. Now, when you divide, you have to first find out if 729 divisible by 2, because 2 is a prime factorization, first prime number, right? No, it is not divisible by 2. Is it divisible by 3? Yes, since there's a number 9 at the end, it is divisible by 3. Now, when you divide it by 3, you get 243. Again, is it divisible by 3 again? Yes. So divided by 3 again, we get an 81. Now, 81 number is divisible by 3? Yes. Again, divisible by 3, we get a 27 number. Is 27 divisible by 3? Yes. Is 9 divisible by 3? Yes. And we get 3. And therefore, we get 1 at the end. So we'll be pairing it up this way, and we'll be ultimately getting it as 3 into 3 into 3, which will give me 27 as the final number. Hope you got this. Okay, so last method is a long division method. Now, a long division method deals in pairing up the numbers. So the pairing is done from the end. So if the number is 6, 2, 3, 4, we'll be starting to pair the numbers from the end. So 34 and 62. If there was one more number called 1, to attach to 1, 6, 2, 3, 4. Now again, 1 will be alone because we will be doing the pairing up from the ending. So we have taken the number 529. We'll be pairing it from the end. So 29 will be first paired and then 5 will be left alone. Now, after pairing it up, we'll be doing a long division method on this. How will we do this? Let's see this. We'll be finding out what to multiply to a number to get the nearest value to 5 or 5 itself. So what to multiply to itself? 1 multiplied by 1 will give me 1. So not very near. 2 multiplied by 2 will give me 4. Yes. 3 multiplied by 3 will give me 9, which is bigger number than 5. So 2 multiplied by 2 will give me 4. Therefore, I'll write 2 here. And since we are multiplying by 2, we'll be writing 2 above. Now, this will give me 4. So 5 minus 4 will give me 1. Now we'll be copying the pair down. So 29 will be copied down. Now 129. Now what you're supposed to do is 2 multiplied by 2. You have to write it here as 4. Now what to multiply to 4? What to multiply to 4 in this way? See, you have to find out a number which when multiplied by itself in addition to the number gives me 129. So 4 next to this, what number should lie so that I multiply to that same number and I get the value nearest to 129. So basically I'll be finding out, maybe I will start with 4, 1. When I start with 4, 1, it is going to give me 41, right? This is how you're going to write 41. Moving ahead to writing 42. Now when I write 2 here, I'll have to write 2 here also. So 2 to the power 2 is going to be 4 and this is going to be 84. Again, not very near. 43. Now when I write 3 here and 3 here, yes, it is going to give me 129. So my purpose is fulfilled, and this is how I found a 0. So the square root for 529 is going to be 23. Thank you, class. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you so much.